Is war profitable? Are you kidding me? The military-industrial complex is perhaps the richest of all of the industries in the world. The numbers of people who become wealthy off of war is innumerable. Major General Smedley Butler, at the end of World War I, wrote a tremendous book that everybody should read called War's a Racket. And this was a man that was a USMC Major General, combat veteran of several conflicts, a man who won 2 Congressional Medals of Honor. And in the book, he articulates the fact that for the most part, war is not about protecting freedom. For the most part, war is not about protecting countries. For the most part, war is about enriching people who profit from war. And I think what he said at the end of World War I could be just magnified manyfold now. War is extremely profitable. You think of the industries that are involved in war. When you think of the thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people that are getting a piece of the pie financially whenever a country goes to war. You think about the fortunes that have been made by the suffering and death of people involved in war. It's incalculable. And yet it is indeed a reality. War enriches innumerable individuals and companies. So the short answer is, yeah, I mean, there is a profit to war when it comes to money and wealth. On the other side, war is as destructive as anything else could be, and more than most. When you think of the destruction, not just of property and of countries and economies, but the massive death and destruction of individuals, the carnage of war, etc., is more horrible than most of us could realize. And then the harm it transcends that too. It's the Roman Empire we talked about earlier. One of the reasons Rome collapsed, there were several, of course, but one of the reasons was the overextension of the empire in the area of war. They were a war-mad culture and society. They equated their greatness by their conquests and their feats on the battlefield. They equated their relationship with, they didn't believe in God, they believed in many gods. So they equated their relationship with the gods according to their conquests on the battlefield. And their society was wrapped around their soldiers. They provided their soldiers property and position and wealth, the ones that would survive the wars and come back to Rome. They honored them in ways that no other man in Rome could be honored. It would be very difficult to even become a prominent Roman official without proving yourself in battle first. And so they idolized war and the implements of war and the men of war and the conquests of war. And to the point that obviously it extended the empire beyond what the empire was able to sustain. The wars itself became unsustainable, and eventually it helped to collapse the nation. And I think America is in that position right now. We are very similar to Rome in this regard. We are a nation of war. The military-industrial complex drives the politics of America. The American people idolize the warfare state. We are taxing the American people to unprecedented levels for the purpose of financing the warfare state. We're extending the boundaries of the warfare state all over the globe. We have military bases all over the world, and we've got them all around Iran. We've got them all over the Middle East. We've got them on the door of the Soviet Union, the former Soviet Union, Russia. We've got them. We've got our ships sailing into the coastal waters of China. We are pressing the war machine globally, and it's a never-ending, incessant war spirit that we have. And then when you bring it home to America, commercials on television are constantly idolizing the military. You go to church services around the country and they're idolizing the military. You walk into a grocery store and you see these big banners everywhere idolizing the military. It's the same Roman spirit of a warfare state mentality. It's more than just protecting the country. It's more than protecting the citizenry. It's like Rome. America takes pride in America's extended wars around the world, and it's unsustainable. You cannot continue to have an economically stable society when you place the military and the expense of the military to that level, going deeper and deeper and deeper in debt. All these wars are funded on credit. They're not paid for by cash money. They are fought. They are extended through debt-based economics. That cannot continue forever. So the profits short term by the people that are making all kinds of money, yes, but on the other side, long term, no. There's no profit. There's nothing but death of a country. So what we are doing is we are sacrificing the long-term future of our country for short-term glory of wars that we should not even be in to begin with.